Less than 14 hours after Donald Trump's reciprocal tariffs took effect, he announced a 90-day pause, reducing the higher rate tariffs to 10% for almost all countries. Trump officials have framed the abrupt policy change as part of a premeditated, hardline negotiating tactic. But the president seemed to indicate the pivot was, at least in part, due to the market fallout. Last week, Sri Lanka was blindsided by the latest wave of US tariffs, with Washington imposing a staggering 44% duty on Sri Lankan exports, a sharp increase from the previous 12.2% tariff rate. Now, Donald Trump noted that members of the public were getting yippee as stocks plummeted in recent days.
Somebody had to do what we did, and I did a 90-day pause for the people that didn't retaliate, because I told them if you retaliate, we're going to double it. And that's what I did with China, because they did retaliate. So we'll see how it all works out. I think it's going to work out amazing. I think that our country is going to be at the end of a year or shorter, but I think we're going to have something that nobody would have dreamt possible. A man like Roger Penske, I don't want to get him in trouble with China, so I won't, but he would know that you have to, someday you have to cut the bow and you have to do what you have to do, right, Roger? And that's what I did, and I'm very happy to have done it.
Wall Street, however, saw a significant rebound following Trump's announcement of limited tariff relief. Now, meanwhile, Trump surged tariffs on China to 125%, escalating a trade war that has already seen Beijing raise import taxes on US products to 84%. The trade war between the world's two biggest economies shows no signs of slowing down. Beijing has vowed to fight to the end, and Washington has also indicated that it will not back down. Will Donald Trump negotiate with China?
Are you concerned of escalation beyond the trade war with China?
No, I'm not concerned. I think President Xi is a very smart guy, and I think we'll end up making a very good deal for both. By the way, you know, when you hear 100, a lot of people charge much more than that. Canada charges much more than that to our farmers, our dairy farmers. Many people charge much more than 100 or 125 in this case.
Apart from tariffs, China has also slapped restrictions on more than a dozen US firms, which, among other things, prohibit their executives from entering China or ban them from investing in the country. The Economist's geopolitics editor David Rennie said that China has been planning really carefully for Donald Trump's onslaught of tariffs, and it has both short-term and long-term countermeasures in its arsenal. Now, Rennie told the BBC's NewsHour program that Beijing saw the signs as far back as Trump's presidential campaign that he was going to target China. Now, take the case of Chinese tariffs on soybeans from the US. The levy targets Trump's support base in the US Midwest, and Beijing can get it from Brazil and Argentina. The thinking in Beijing goes, quote, what can we target that is going to hurt Trump voters and get Trump's attention, and we can buy that from somewhere else, unquote.